Okay, so now.
Okay, cool. We both have a little record thing. Not bad for our first time. I've done Zoom, but not for myself, only for my kids and all their like class stuff last year.
I was able to avoid it this whole pandemic, so
Oh
our first
man.
Zoom meeting officially.
Well, now we have to do it for school, so.
All right, so I guess I'll ask you the first question, Kirsten.
Okay.
What motivated you to return to school?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how motivated I am. I just know that we have to do, well, you don't have to, but I know that a lot of jobs are requiring you to have a bachelor's at least in a certain amount of time. And I think it's going to become a requirement at some point. And I graduated in March. And so I figured, okay, I've taken enough time off. If I just get it done and over with, I think it'll be easier than having to wait years and go back. And I want to do something besides bedside nursing forever. I don't want to stay in that realm. And pretty much all the other jobs you have to have a bachelor's degree for, or a master's or something else. And so I just figured, oh, I might as well just do it. And since we can do it all online, that's how I'm going about it.
That was my original plan too. I graduated from ECPI in 2016, and then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna work as a bedside nurse for about a year, get my BSN, go on with life. But I moved to New York and I had a cancer diagnosis, so I had to put that on the back burner. And now that I'm much better, I was like, all right, this is my time. I have to do it.
Yeah, right. Well, and I was gonna go right outside of school. I actually enrolled right to go into the BSN program, but I moved to Washington because my husband's military. And I guess they have different regulations on schooling here. And so ECPI thought, well, we wouldn't want you to graduate from ECPI and like, I guess it not be recognized, which I think is weird. I don't understand that process. But I said, well, I'm not going to stay here. We move every 3 years. So I'm like, I don't care. I'm just going to go, because I did some of the online stuff as part of the associates, like for my prereqs, and I liked the format. I found it to be easy to kind of like fit into your schedule and that sort of thing. So I was like, I'm just going back to ECPI. At least I know, because I tried a different program and I ended up failing physics because I went into like I did another accelerated program because that's what I did through ECPI originally. I was like, I can do that, no problem. Well, I didn't know it was an accelerated program for people who had been nurses for like years. And so most of this work they would have just known, because they have a lot of experience. Well, I've only been a nurse for a little over a year. So I ended up failing that class. I'm like, I'm just going back to ECPI.
I said the same thing. I was just like, I don't think like a traditional like semester is for me. Like I know I have to apply myself, but it has to be in a short period of time. I just don't have the mental capacity to like stretch it over 16 weeks. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to go back. But
yeah, awesome.
Let's see. What do you expect to learn in the program?
Oh man, I don't really know what to expect from the program. I'm assuming it just kind of builds on our more like management type stuff. It kind of just builds off of what we learned in our associates. I think because I'm a nurse now, it won't sound so foreign, all the information. And because I have actual like practical experience, I'm not going to be like, what the heck are you talking about? Because when I did my associates, I had no prior health experience whatsoever, healthcare experience. And so everything was brand new. I didn't know even any medical terminology, nothing. And so I think it'll just kind of build onto what we learned in our associates, but kind of more of a more management type, that sort of thing. And more, like I know I'm in another class learning about like the EHR systems and that sort of thing. And so I'm assuming that's what we'll get. I don't know. How about you?
Me too. It's pretty like researchy in a way. Like, it just kind of builds on like nursing research and like looking at protocols and kind of improving them. Like you said, again, it goes back to like if you're interested in administration or education like later down the road. But yeah, I mean, I'm taking statistics right now, so I'm actually pretty stressed out about that. I'm not a math person to begin with, so
no, that I hate that class.
Sorry,
to the teacher. He was really nice and he made it easy to like figure it out kind of, but I am not good at that class either. It's a rough class, but luckily it's only 5 weeks. That's the one thing I like about the program.
Yeah, so it's like quick and painless if it's 5 weeks and not 6 weeks of torture. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah. Anyways, I think that hopefully I can get some more like research skills out of it if I am going to continue on.
Yeah.
Bigger and better things in the future. Leads me to the next question. What are your career plans after you graduate from the BSN program?
Oh man, I can't decide. I either want to go for my NP or I'm highly considering doing nurse anesthetist. But I've heard those programs are really competitive and you have to have at least a year ICU experience. So I'm actually looking into trying to get into that now. But I'm considering going into the military to do it because they offer a program where they will pay you to go to school, they'll pay off all your student debt, and you can go through the program. And because all of the programs I read said, don't work while you go through the program. And I'm like, well, I have 3 kids. I can't not work, you know? So we'll see. I don't know. I figure I'll get the bachelor's first and then kind of figure out maybe where next. Yeah. What about you? What do you want to do for career?
My goal is also to become a CRNA. I don't have any kids, so now I told myself now it's the time to do it. If I am going to do it, it's now. I had a year of ICU experience. That was like my first position right out of nursing school, but it was not a high acuity ICU. Mm-hmm. So my husband and our plan is to move back to our hometown in Orlando, Florida, probably by the end of next year. So I'm trying to get into something a little bit more acute, do that for about a year and then apply. I know you have to be like involved in like stewardships and, you know, like a lot of nursing, what am I trying to say? Nursing groups. And in those groups and have a lot of, it's more about who you know also.
Yes, that's why
I work with CRNAs and anesthesiologists and they all talk about, it's about who you know.
Oh man. Well, at least you know some people. I mean, that's good. That's a good start for sure. I mean, it's super intimidating, but I think I would enjoy it. You make really good money.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Too. Yeah, I know somebody who does it and she works like part-time and does fabulous. So we'll see. That's pretty cool. We both want to do the same thing.
One of the CRNAs I work with, she came into the locker room at work. I work surgical services.
Okay.
And then at the end of last year, and she's like, oh, well, you know, I only work part-time. I wasn't taking call. I was a little short of like $300,000. And I was like,
oh, God, jeez. Meanwhile, I'm a floor nurse and I'm like killing myself to not make anywhere near that.
Oh gosh, I know. It's tough out here. So, I mean, definitely a motivation to keep doing what we're doing and like not stop, you know?
Yeah. I figure if we just like stay the course and just get it done, then we can relax and enjoy life a little bit.
I told my husband, I was like, July 2021, when I'm done with my BSN program, we are taking a vacation. Like,
oh, heck yeah.
I earned this.
Yep. We're going to Hawaii for 2 weeks, so I'm super excited. I've never been there. Yeah.
That's right.
Well deserved.
After the lockdown that they have going on now. It's like,
yeah, hopefully that's lifted by then.
I have my husband's ex-Navy. He actually just got out July 23rd of this year. Okay. A lot of friends are in Hawaii and they're like, it's rough right now. It's like, you can't. So, that's for a little while.
Although, I mean, not a horrible place to have to quarantine, like on the beach but I don't know if they get to go on the beaches. I don't know. Maybe not.
And I guess the last question, is this your first Zoom meeting? Any prior experience with Zoom? You said your kids?
Yeah, my only Zoom experience is for my kids. At the end of last year when everything happened with COVID and they closed the schools and kids had to get on Zoom meetings and it was interesting at first because I think a lot of the teachers didn't know what they were doing either. And so us parents at home and the teachers where they were just super frustrated and couldn't figure it out. But, and there were times that my husband would do Zoom meetings for work and you would hear people in the background, like they didn't know how to mute their stuff. And so you could hear like their families in the background, and it was pretty funny to listen to. But first time doing it for myself and for school, I didn't realize we were going to have to be doing this. So total outside of my comfort zone.
Okay. I'm glad we did this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. When are you supposed to be done with the whole BSN program?
July 2021.
Also, yeah. So
yeah.
Continue seeing you in more of our classes.
Yeah, for sure. Are you taking 2 classes then at a time right now? Yeah, me too. It's rough. 2 classes.
Yeah, because I work Monday through Friday, and it's typically up until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes I get to work at like 6 in the morning, so I don't have time to do anything beforehand.
Yeah.
That until like 5 in the afternoon. So it's been a little rough, and I'm trying to like keep track of like working out and eating better also. And I don't have very many other responsibilities like kids, but
yeah, but still I work 12-hour shifts, and you know, I have kids and stuff, and I took a second nursing job just for like a short little contract thing doing employee health. So it's definitely not stressful like a floor nurse job, but fitting everything in, and I was like, oh, 2 classes, it'll be okay, no big deal, you know, because I didn't want to wait to graduate till December, and I was like, it's only for a few terms, it's fine. Oh, I'm trying to figure it out.
A lot of work, yeah. It's a lot of work. I have to keep track of a calendar now, and reminders around the house. It's like, hey, make sure you submit this discussion or do that assignment. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, it was so good to talk to you and meet you, and I'm sure we'll be in classes together. So if we have to do more Zooms, at least we figured it out.
Hi, Kirsten. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye.